Absolutely not. Now, back to the question.
The question of the day.
Lewis's top 10 stadiums in the area. I'm going to throw it up right now. We're going right to it.
Right.
And here we go.
Well, my beloved Banning Field.
Yeah.
The old Banning High School field. Many fond memories there. Lots of great. If you think about it, a lot of great players have gone through there, actually, through the history of that stadium. And that stadium dates to the 1920s. It's its last year that it's going to be used. And you can see how tight and small that stadium really is. And
and you can see the great graphics we have. Screen grab from, thank you,
Google
courtesy
Earth.
Google Earth.
Right. All right, number 9.
So here we go. Number 9, we have Colton Stadium, another old stadium.
Now, you didn't like this one.
It's been rehabbed since. Back in the day, it was pretty much, it was a very old field.
Well, one of the great things about Harold Strauss, who's been the coach there and now the athletic director, is that he has a great appreciation for tradition and for the commitment that the community showed to build this concrete stadium. It's a big stadium. It holds a lot of people. They put an all-weather track. They did a lot of work to it. It's a very nice venue and a nice place to watch it.
And then moving on, Ramona, of course, the stadium we were just talking about.
There.
And really, honestly, it was very close to that by the time that they decided to rehab the stadium.
Judging by some of the things I've seen and heard about this is a stadium that can move up because it's keeping the old and the new.
Yes.
And we talked about this before, and you and I are talking about how the fact while you're seeing kind of a dirt picture here, this is going to be a great stadium for us to look at down the road. But we have many fond memories there. What's your best memory at Ramona?
Breaking 3 toes in a mud bowl back in 1983. We played Thanksgiving mud bowls there on a regular basis every year. The Thanksgiving Day, the kids in my neighborhood, kids in a couple other neighborhoods, we'd all go down there and tear it up. And one year I went down there and it was real rainy, and I slipped and about broke 2 toes on my foot. But we had a heck of a time. But Ramona High School won an Eastern Division championship in the place, and I believe one of your most memorable moments, a Ramona Hemet game that was just an absolute barn burner.
Right, 1987. Both teams, I think Hemet was undefeated 9-0. They played for the Ivy League championship. Don Markham was the coach at Ramona, Randy Brown at Hemet, and Hemet had a great offense. They rallied in the second half to beat Ramona, and that was the year when it was the Ivy League, and the Ivy League was Hemet and Corona and Norco and Paris and the Riverside schools, with the exception of Poly.
It was the travel league.
It was a travel league. It was unbelievable, and Hemet and Ramona both had huge crowds. That stadium was absolutely packed. There might have been 5,000-6,000 people there for that game.
Interestingly enough, I grew up across Magnolia from there, and whenever there was a good game, and I was in my living room and wasn't at the game, you could always tell what was going on. Right. You could hear the crowd cheers and everything. It's just a great community stadium.
My story on that one, though, was the fact that I asked Don Markham about that game, and he's like, I had no memory of it at all. So, there we go.
Here we go. And then number 7, we'll move through them a little bit faster here now. Marietta Valley Stadium, a nice stadium, a newer stadium. Then we have Fontana Stadium, which this one right here is.
I love how you just dismissed Marietta Valley. You just dismissed it completely.
It's a new stadium.
It's
a new stadium.
It opened like in 1994.
Yeah.
And it's kind of when the school was built. It was like the Taj Mahal of Riverside County.
Yes.
It's a beautiful facility, and they've done a great job of keeping it up.
Yeah, but moving on, this is the stadium right here.
Okay, I hope
a lot of great football games.
I'm going to send this to Marietta Valley. How you're dismissing them completely.
Okay, this is a great stadium. A lot of history went on in this stadium at Fontana High School. It's a nice long walk from the parking lot across all that dirt. There's that little dirt track road that goes alongside that stadium. Just lingers on forever.
Well, I got a chance to actually cover one of the last great Fohi Eisenhower games there. Didn't ever see the huge Fontana crowds were there, but I definitely enjoyed covering games there. It was a great atmosphere, and it definitely Steeler Stadium is one to remember.
And then we've also got at number 5, another. Gosh, it seems you spent a lot of time down in the southeastern side of the county.
That's where all the restaurants are at. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay. Look at me. Paloma Valley High School. I don't know what
explains that noise we have there.
I don't know what you like this stadium for. Anyway, it's just another stadium. It's pretty much.
I think it's a very. I didn't care for the kind of filthy press box that we were in during the passing tournament.
It's okay.
I thought it was a very nice stadium.
But it's an okay stadium.
Right.
Nothing special. It's pretty normal. It's what it is. Temecula Valley, I like this one. It's in a little bit of a bowl.
Right. It's I like stadiums that are in a bowl or in a natural environment. I don't like the fact that it's still this is a dirt track. This could be actually really nice, but it's not.
And then here,
Now, Big Bear Stadium. This is Big Bear. This is at the middle school, and this is where Big Bear plays the game. There's 3 things to consider with this stadium. 1, you have kind of that downhill look. 2, altitude. And the third one too that surprises a lot of people up there is that during September and October, it can be warm there, and in October and November and December, bitterly cold, and those are difficult conditions to play.
And wait, you forgot the 4th thing:
right.
the crowds that they can draw to a game at Big Bear.
Right.
You would not think that a school like Big Bear would draw big crowds.
Right.
Those crowds are huge, and they're loud.
Right.
Very loud crowds.
And not only that, but you also have to play Big Bear up there.
Yes.
And that's not an easy place to play.
No, not at all. And then number 2.
Right. Number 2. Number 2.
We're dragging number 2. Newton T. Bass Stadium.
Now, you gave me a dirty look about this one.
Yeah.
Now, I believe that as far as high school facilities go, this is the largest stadium on a high school campus in San Bernardino, Riverside County. I think Hemet would be number 2. I don't have them on my list.
Yeah.
But look at that size of that parking lot. This was a stadium built for 15,000, 20,000 people, and it has plenty of room. So it's a great football stadium. Grand Hills and Apple Valley play there as well.
Okay, and then number 1. Now, this one I have to agree with you with. This is the most unique stadium.
Right. There we go. There's Jeff on the phone. He's tracking scores. West Valley.
Yeah, it is the most unique stadium, I think, in the area. In fact, the kids eat lunch in the stadium.
No, they don't.
They used to.
Well, no, that was how they sold it to the state to get the stadium built by the state.
Dude, I've been on that campus during the regular course of the day, and there are people in that stadium. Sitting around having a good time.
Possibly. Right.
Possibly. You don't know what you're talking about. You have no
idea. It was a brilliant. I was there for the first game that they played there. It was the Hemet West Valley game in 1996. Hard to believe it was 14 years ago that first game happened. But they had.
You were 24.
Literally, easy there. It was literally 10,000 people at the game. And the fire marshal was flipping out in Hemet because he was like, oh my gosh, you can't be on those people here. There was people all over the place, but it was a great environment. And the 2 bands were, Hemet's band at the time was huge. West Valley's band was huge, and it was a great environment as well.
Now that we've heard yours.
Right.
Let's move
to something else.
Well, wait a minute, really quick. Oh yeah, okay.
Wait, you gave me.
It's all about you.
You gave me. I
what about mine?
Right. Oh, here. I got my other thing here. Let me go through it with you because I want to hear what you have to say about your 10. Go ahead. I wrote down for you.
Well, you have to say them because I can't tell you off the top of my head. I know which stadiums they are, but I don't know what order we put them in.
Okay, let me find my order for you.
Yeah. So you wrote them down as I was saying them. Number 10.
Number 10 was Elsinore.
No, number 10, Elsinore. Now, the old stadium, old bleachers, old thing, great environment.
Right.
It's a great place. It's kind of down off the hill a little bit in the back of the school. I like it. It's great. It's a great place to watch a football game.
Number 9 for you is West Valley.
West Valley, of course.
8 was Big Bear.
Yeah, another great.
Right. You like Norco.
Yeah, I love Norco. I love the old Norco Stadium, but the new Norco Stadium is just awesome. And if I really quick go to this shot right there, you can see what a great stadium Norco Stadium is now.
Look at those lights. They got great lights there, too.
It's a beautiful stadium.
Right.
If they just go back, move back up. Look, there's Todd Gerhardt. Let's go back before we get in trouble with Fox.
Todd? Oh.
Yes, Todd Gerhardt. That's the coach at Norco.
I know. You were looking at the player. I thought you got Colton and him mixed up for a second.
No.
Randy.
It's okay. You would get Colton and him mixed up. I would not.
Okay. Let me see. We've got EPJ already back. What? He's whispering Chaparral.
Oh, you were at the Chaparral game there, EPJ? Oh, he wasn't, but they lost. Okay, so what was number 5?
Wait, you had Centennial at 6.
Yeah, a great stadium. Nice walk up to the stadium. It's way in the back of the campus.
Right.
It's a great stadium.
Slow track.
5, Ramona.
And, of course, my stomping grounds.
Right.
And the new stadium looks great.
4, Roosevelt.
And in Roosevelt, that is a beautiful stadium with an 8-lane track. I think every other new stadium in the area tries to emulate the Roosevelt Stadium. That's like one of the first of the new style stadiums, and everybody else tries to emulate it. In fact, we were at Vista Marietta, and it was very similar in size and scope.
All right, RCC was your number 3.
And I played there, and it's an awesome stadium. One of the oldest stadiums in the area.
I looked just strictly at the high schools.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. The high schools play there. Notre Dame, that's where I played my games.
2, U of R.
Another great place. UKIPA plays their games there. I love that field, and that's an old stadium that was new back in the day, and it was like a state-of-the-art stadium back in the day.
Right. Vista Del Lago, number 1.
Vista Del Lago. No, that wasn't right. I didn't say Vista Del Lago.
You said Vista Del Lago. No.
It's,
I don't know where that came from. That was
Citrus
on
Hill.
Citrus Hill. You said Vista Del
No,
Lago.
you said Vista. You wrote Vista Del Lago. I said Citrus Hill. Citrus Hill has a great stadium.
Write that down.
You can watch the game from up on the street and
Right.
not actually have to go into the stadium and get a great seat.
That's
And so there we go.